for the Warriors of Kapa'a. They're looking for their first championship. It's the Waleonamine HHSAA Division II State Baseball Championship game. And a very pleasant good afternoon from the Rainbow Wahine Baseball Stadium. Let me do that again. We've had so much softball. Welcome back to the Rainbow Lesmurkami Stadium in Manoa. I'll get my games right, Kelly, as we have the D2 State Championship. The Damien Monarchs taking on the Warriors of Kapaa. Let's see how both these teams got here. And, of course, Damien, the lone ILH representative, so they don't get a seed. They had to start in the quarterfinals. Beat Pahoa 9-1 yesterday. They blanked Waianae for Kapaa out of the KIF. You saw yesterday an exciting extra inning 2-1 win over Kapaa, scoring the winner on a walk-off walk. Hi, everybody. Scott Robbs, Kelly Elms, and we got ourselves another good championship matchup. You have a Damien team that's very familiar. They're going for their third title in 4 years. And for Kapa'a, first ever chance for a Division II title. Yeah, really interesting matchup here today. Damien, a lot of experience, played on this field quite a bit versus Kapa'a, who's coming in here, a very young team, only one senior on this squad this year. So it's a different kind of matchup today. We'll see who comes out on top. All right, time now for our New City Nissan players to keep an eye on, Kelly. Yeah, for Damien, we're looking at the senior Aaron Raposa, Hilo commit. He is one of the mainstays that has been in the infield this year for Damien, has gotten much stronger, put on some weight here in his senior year, and has been leading the team in hits. So they're going to want him to continue that for Damien. And for Kapa'a, we're looking at Kimo Kupihea, just a sophomore. This whole team is very young, lots of freshmen and lots of sophomores. He's their best pitcher, but has already pitched this week, so we probably will not be seeing him on the mound, but still yet a really good hitter, hitting .317 on the year. All right, so those are the players to keep an eye on. It's time now to meet both teams as we throw it over to the public address announcer, Justin Wu.
Aloha and welcome to the D2 Championship game of the 2025 Waleonamine Baseball State Championship here at the Lesmurkami Stadium on the campus of the University of Hawaii at Manoa, featuring the Damien Monarchs and the Kapa'a Warriors. Now, here's the starting lineup for the visiting team, the Damien Monarchs. Shortstop, number 7, Aaron Raposa. Left fielder, number 2, Kona Begonia. And catcher, number 12, Max Detrinis. First baseman, number 3, Makana Freitas. Center fielder, number 1, Nainoa Bergonia. Second baseman, number 15, Ridge Kohagura. Third baseman, number 5, Triton Vicari. Pitcher, number 14, Cade Lurito. Designated hitter, number 10, Devin Dobringas. Right fielder, number 9, Kingston Bajet Kalau Okaeo. Head coach is Skylar Tengan. Now, here's the starting lineup for the home team, the Kapa'a Warriors. Starting with pitcher number 8, Caden Mundon. Catcher, number 4, Pierce Rosario. Second baseman, number 13, Kimo Kupihea. Third baseman, number 23, Alakai Mundon. Designated hitter, number 14, Dwayne Padre Kusaka. Center fielder, number 11, Kavika Kupihea. Left fielder, number 6, Sonny Thomas. Shortstop, number 9, Micah Hussey. Right fielder, number 17, Aiden Kauai Rakonzal. First baseman, number 29, Bryden Sugai Salvador. And head coach is Duke Sardina.
And there are your starting lineups for both Damien and for Kapa'a. We'll step away. When we come back, we'll get you all ready for the first pitch in this championship game. Division II title on the line.
This Spectrum OC16 sports presentation is sponsored by New City Nissan.
Throughout the years, many things have changed, but Long's Drugs remains committed to serving you and all of Hawaii by partnering with local brands and businesses, by hiring local talent who dedicate themselves each day, and by direct donations and volunteer initiatives. It's all a part of our commitment to sustaining a healthy and thriving island community.
Serving you since 1954.
Make Long's a part of your day.
Aloha, I'm Kala'i Miller, and you're watching Spectrum OC16.
Welcome to Cooking Hawaiian Style, presented by the Hawaii Community Foundation, shooting season 20 at the beautiful Royal Lahaina Resort and Bungalows. Today in the kitchen, we have Chef Ben Marquez going to join us. What are you going to make?
We're going to make kampachi tataki. We're also going to make steamed kampachi with chili water sauce.
The theme is kampachi.
Absolutely.
One of my favorite fishes.
It's going to be great.
Yes, you're not going to want to miss this one. Make sure you're watching. Go to our website, cookinghawaiianstyle.com, and thanks for watching Cooking Hawaiian Style.
In next week's episode of Ultimate Japan, we'll be taking the Hawaii people to Nakayama rice fields and have an awesome lunch right next door. Then we visited Shoroshima Olive Park. What a wonderful experience. We also went on a ropeway, and finally, an awesome yakiniku dinner. So remember, follow me so you can experience Japan like you've never done before.
Welcome back to the Les Murakami Stadium. Damien Kapaa for the Division II State Championship And we'll throw it down now to the third member of our broadcast crew. It's Jordan Hele. Jordan, welcome.
Hey, Scotty Kelly, good to be with you guys here on this Saturday afternoon. Got a chance to talk to both head coaches. Of course, Skylar Tengan, his Damien Monarchs. They've been here before, right? He knows that championship recipe, if you will, and he wants to keep it very simple. His message for Caleb Larito, who starts his third consecutive state championship game: throw strikes, let that defense work. And on offense, he's been kind of waiting to get the bats woken up again after they had that long layoff following the ILH regular season finale, basically a month between their regular season finale and the start of the state tournament run. On the other side for Coach Duke Sardina, right? First year, all kinds of baseball knowledge and experience at his disposal for a very young group that's playing in their first ever state championship game. Kind of funny in talking to him, he had basically the same exact message as Coach Tengan. He said, hey, no freebies, wants to make sure that this group, you know, makes the Monarchs earn it. He knows how good that lineup is, and he wants to make sure as well that maybe if they can get their bats woken up a little bit. It was kind of a struggle yesterday, obviously winning that game in 8 innings, but he feels like his guys are ready to break out. Should be a fun atmosphere. The skies have cleared. A little downpour about half an hour ago, as we usually get in Manoa, Scotty, but I think we're ready to play some baseball down here. We'll send it back upstairs.
Thanks a lot, Jordan. We consider that kind of a blessing. As we take a look at the defense for the Warriors of Kapaa in the outfield left to right, it's Thomas Kupihea and Kawe Reconsol over at third. Munden, you have Hussey at short, Kupihea at second. At first base, Sugai Salvador behind the plate. Catching is Rosario. And on the mound, getting the start here in the state championship game. There you see the right-hander, Kaitan Mundon, 3-0 record, no ERA. You see he's only thrown 10 2/3 innings, Kelly, 13 strikeouts, 2 walks. Big spot for the young man.
Exactly, and they've been throwing their aces earlier in this week, trying to get to this game, and so that's why you've got Munden out there to start the championship. And it is a big spot, especially when you've only pitched 10 innings prior to today. But this Kapa'a team is very excited to be here, have earned their spot in this championship.
Should be a fun game. Damien coming in 11-5 on the year, and Kapa'a the number 2 seed in this state tournament at 13-2. As Aaron Raposa, the shortstop, will step in to lead things off for the Monarchs. On a beautiful afternoon for baseball here in Manoa. Don't forget, later on we'll head over to Maui for the Division I state championship game. So just leave your channel right here throughout the evening. It should be a real fun one as Raposa steps in, hitting from the left side. And Munden's first pitch down to start the game is a strike. What's the key here tonight for both these teams, you think?
It's going to be throwing strikes. I think that has been a big key in this D2 state tournament, is just which team is throwing strikes, pushing the corners. But also for this Damien squad, they're going to want to put up some runs. They have a lot of really good experience, and we talked about it already. They're ILH D2, but they are the only ILH D2, so they play with all the D1 teams, and they've been running the table a little bit with the D1 squads.
Yeah, they beat every D1 team in the ILH except for Kamehameha this year, so Damien really kind of D2 in name only, and this year they are solid. Of course, last year in the title game, lost to Kamehameha Hawaii, 1-2 prior to that, so very familiar for this Monarch squad. As the count goes to 3-1 to the leadoff hitter Raposa, who will be playing next year for the Vulcans over on the Big Island for UH Hilo.
Coach Skylar talks really highly of Aaron and the way that he's been a great leader. All of his seniors really have done an excellent job of bringing this squad together. And you see right there a leadoff walk to start this state championship game. Raposa has been really reliable as the leadoff this year, and as a senior has helped guide this team back to this state championship game.
So leadoff runner aboard for Kona Begonia, the left fielder. So not the way you want to start the game on the mound. There's your Kaiten Munden to go over to first and back to the bag in plenty of time. We have trade winds that have been blowing across the field left to right, pretty steady all afternoon. We've had some light drizzle, some Manoa mist, but nothing really to be worried about as that pitch catches the outside corner for the strike.
And this new turf really takes the wet pretty well. It's not going to really affect us, but you already see the sun coming out, drying it off. And both of these teams excited to play here, expressing how this week has been really fun, getting to play their first couple rounds on this field and just to experience how big and vast the stands are is amazing.
There's a bunt laid down on the third base side. It's a good bunt. The better hustle to throw to first. Is it there in time? It is. A nice job getting off the mound, London, and getting it over to first. So the sack goes 1-3, but the moves the runner into scoring position in Raposa.
Really close play there at first. We'll see on this replay if, I think he's safe. It was bang bang when you're watching it live. Nonetheless, good sacrifice, does his job, and moves the runner into scoring position.
Yeah, there's no television replay, even though there's TV.
Yes, exactly.
For these games. First pitch hit on a hop to third, fielded by Mondono over to first. The throw will get away. And we'll see if they wave the runner around from third. They will. Here comes the throw. It will be late. Sliding in safely with the game's first run is Raposa, as Damien takes the early 1-0 lead.
Munden, the third baseman, seemed almost like he was trying to find his footing a little bit as he's throwing this ball, fields it, and then just doesn't put enough on it, and Sugai Salvador isn't able to scoop it. This field at the left has really, really wide dugouts and fence lines, so there is plenty of space for a ball to get away and a runner to move around the bases.
So here's Makana Freitas with an RBI opportunity. The pitch brought down by Munden for a strike. Well, you look at Kapa'a. Yesterday winning the Division II softball state championship game, and you were telling me a lot of the families decided to extend their stay on Oahu, huh?
Yeah, a lot of them changed their flight so they could be here. I think we saw during the opener a bunch of the Kapa'a softball players in attendance watching their fellow Warriors. And how cool would that be? You got two champions.
Going low and away. Run around at second, one away, top of the first inning. The D2 state title game.
There they are. There's the girls. Champions, undefeated season.
Yeah, congratulations. Knocked off Pearl City yesterday for that championship. Next pitch down, missed.
There's a good pitch from Mundan, hitting his outside corner. Huge swing from Freitas.
So Munden out in front, a ball and 2 strikes to Freitas. On deck, Nainoa Bergonia. Shadows starting to make their way onto the infield. As that pitch is wasted away and out of play. In a couple of minutes, the hitter will be in the shadows, the pitcher will be in the sun. How does that affect the hitting?
Oh, it's really difficult to be tracking a ball. You're already having a difficult time, right? Trying to see the spin, and then when it's changing color like that, going into the shadows, it can be very, very difficult.
So 1-2 the count. The next pitch, breaking ball, misses. And it goes to 2-2 to Freitas.
Here we go. Just a little high, and you can see Freitas shaking his head, saying,
Freitas
sneak that one into him.
He was 2 for 2 yesterday with an RBI. Pick up an RBI with a base hit right here. That one skied in the air on the infield, third base side. Who'll call for the third baseman? And Munden there to make the catch for the second out. That's a tough play. You're looking up into that high sun. But no problem for Munden once he located it.
Excellent play. Hit a mile high, had to track it. He's got a lot of activity already in this first inning over there. 2 outs, though. If Kapa'a can get out of this inning, only giving up that one off an error, that would be crucial.
So in steps Nainoa Bergonia. Bergonia, the center fielder, and he gets plunked. Tosses the bat to the side. He'll jog down to first base. So
a big thud hitting him in the side. Standing in there hard and strong, though. Gets him in the rib cage and wears it well.
And he's probably pleased that it wasn't a fastball.
There you go. Hits him in the side. No worries.
So stepping back in, or actually stepping in after the hit batsman is Ridge Kohagura, the second baseman. Rips one foul. These two teams faced each other back in the preseason. They played in a tournament in Waimea back in, I believe it was February. And Damien won that one 8-1, but Kapaa, they didn't have their roster completely set. They were a completely different team the first time than they are here now. Nothing around. That one comes inside, and that one gives Kohagura. So back-to-back hit batsmen. And the bags are full of Monarchs.
That one looked like a breaking ball that didn't break. Ends up staying there, wears it again in the side. Now the bases are loaded. A little bit of self-induced issues here for Kapa'a.
And you know, Kelly, I think the question today is going to be is that, you know, Kapa'a, they use their best pitching to get here, right?
Exactly.
And so it's just a matter of what they have left to get them through this, to try to get them their first state D2 championship. Now visits Powell, everybody back to their positions, and in steps Triton Vicari, the third baseman. Number 7 hitter in the order here in the first inning, one across. Monarchs like to tack on a couple of more. And the pitch this time called, I think they called a balk. They did. They called a balk on Munden, and so everybody will move up. That means Katrinas will come in.
We'll see what it was. I don't know if he came set there, but 2 of the umpires automatically called it. Yeah, I don't think he came set.
Yeah, you have to pause.
Got to make a little bit longer of a pause there.
That one will get away. He'll go to the backstop, and he'll score the 3rd run of the top of the 1st. A wild pitch scoring Bergonia from 3rd. Going to 3rd is Kohagura. And this is the dream start the Monarchs were hoping for.
And there have been no hits so far in this inning. This has all just been walks, hit by pitch, balk, and a pass ball. And the ground still a little slippery. See catcher Rosario trying to find his footing behind in the backstop, getting to that ball, but might be seeing a little bit of nerves here from Kapa'a.
Yeah, that'd be understandable, right?
Big game, yes.
Big game, a chance to play for a state title. Kapa'a winners out of the KIF, 13-2 on the year. You see Duke Sardina right there from the very well-known baseball family in his first season at Kapa'a. Got a chance to talk to him earlier today. I said, how long you been on Kauai? He said, about 10 years. And here in his first season, he has taken them to the brink of their first state championship. So the mound meeting is Powell. We've seen a lot already here. The first 2 outs of the inning. Walks, hit batsmen, wild pitches, errors. But as you mentioned, we haven't seen a hit.
No hits yet, just lots of small mistakes.
So Vicari steps in, the pitch down to him is a strike. Triton Vicari. Last night, he was 1 for 3 with an RBI. London comes set this time. And the breaking ball outside and low. Good job by the catcher, Rosario. Very young team. I mean, you look at Kapa'a. They're about as young as it gets.
They only have one senior on the roster right now here in this championship game. Very young, and talking to Coach Duke, he's established a new culture in his first year, trying to get these young ones to buy in, and now they have, and it has really paid off. This team is gelling here in the state tournament. You got the freshmen and the sophomores really gelling together, finding their groove. We'll see here, Damien is gonna be by far the best team that they've faced this year.
You mentioned Damien, the only Division II team in the ILH, making ball inside corner, nice pitch. And so they don't get seeded, so they have to go through, they have to play an extra game because of the agreement. Look at this pitch again, that was a nice one.
Yeah, fastball hits the top corner there. Bakari thought could have been ball 4.
3 balls, 2 strikes, the payoff pitch, swung on and missed, strike 3, and so Munden gets Bakari swinging, but DeMar scored 3 here in the top of the first.
Seems like everyone's going country these days. Let me show you how it's done. Yep, that Nashville Hot Sweet Heat is here on my 100% all-white meat popcorn chicken starting at $6.99. Tastes good to go country. Get so much more.
Welcome to Jack in the Box.
Here's the dream. Never stop doing what you love. The choices you make now can keep the dream alive tomorrow. So you can live your life your way. We're here to help with a personalized approach to a healthier you. Hawaii Pacific Health.
It's time to unveil my $4.99 jumbo breakfast platter with French toast sticks, grilled sausage patty, hash brown, and scrambled eggs. Man, that thing's still going. Uh-oh. Get so much more.
Welcome to Jack in the Box.
Let's take out the Monarchs defensively in the outfield left to right. It's the Begonia brothers, Kona in left, Nainoa in center. Out in right field, it is Bajet Kalau'oka'aea. Over at third base, you have Bakari Raposa, the shortstop, Kohagura at second, Freitas at first, and behind the plate, catching the Trinas. And on the bump here in this state title game, you see the lefty right there. And we'll give you his numbers. Cade Lurito is making his, he's 2-1, 2.70 ERA, 3 strikeouts, 11 walks in 23 in the third inning. So what is your thoughts on this young man and the matchup against Kapaa?
And like Jordan had said earlier, this is his 3rd start in a championship game. Super impressive as a senior. So he's been there, done that. Excited for him to be able to close out his senior year on the bump. And a lefty, last time he pitched was against Marinol. He pitched 5 innings. That was April 10th, so it's been a minute. But for Damien, they're just going to want to pound the zone. And for both of these teams, that's been the strategy, is just throw strikes, let your defense help you.
Titan Munden, the pitcher, will step in to lead things off here in the bottom of the first for Kapa'a. And the first pitch goes inside. The Warriors 13-2 on the year. See what he has done this season, a .362 hitter, a couple of doubles and 15 ribbies. Damien with 3 runs in the top of the inning without a hit, and there's a swing and a miss. Outfield, shallow. Infield playing back, shaded a bit towards the right side, expecting Munden to pull. The lefty brings that breaking pitch, hit well out in the, towards right field, going back to the right fielder, and it's going to go over the head of Bajet Kalau'oka'aea. Rounding second, heading to third is Munden. He'll get there without a throw, but I think he's going to have to go back to second base. The ball, I believe, went over the wall.
It was a ground rule double, big bounce, one hopped over the right field fence. Huge start for Munden, who was on the mound for Kapaa. You see him getting extended, high pitch, gets up with it. level through, and like you had said, the outfield was playing incredibly shallow. So there's a long way to go from which he thought he was going to leg it out for a triple, but umpires tell him to go back.
He's like, oh gosh, I mean, I got to go all the way back over there.
Excellent piece of hitting there.
He cranked that one. It brings up the catcher. Hit on the ground to the second. Kahagura brings it over the first. And they even give you a chance to know who that was. The catcher, Pierce Rosario. So he grounds out 4-3 for out number 1. Moving to third is Munden. And Kimo Kupihea, the second baseman, now will see what he can do. 0 for 3 yesterday. So Kapaa trying to answer back after that 3-run spot in the top of the inning to start this game by Damien. Breaking ball down for a strike.
Talking to Coach Schuyler, saying that Laredo does not throw very hard, and that's part of the strategy as well. You can see the movement there. He doesn't throw all that hard. You want to be able to change up velocities, change speeds. His fastball's not going to be overwhelming, he said. But Damien has a really good defense, and that's been one of their strengths the entire year, playing ILHD1 teams. The ball's been hit hard at their defense, and they've been able to handle it well.
And look at that bender again, unable to catch up is Kupihea. A ball and 2 strikes.
Lefty on lefty, moving away from Kupihea, and especially if you're way out in front, you're going to be pulling that front shoulder off. You got to stay on it and think opposite field.
The 1-2. That one swung on and missed, held on by the catcher, strike 3. First strikeout of the game for Laredo, and 2 away.
See it again. Bending away from Kupihea, way out on his front side, pulling off onto his front heel there. Big, crucial strikeout to the number 3 batter.
And that is a heck of a break on that curveball. That's going to give the Kapaa hitters problems if he can keep doing that. As a cleanup hitter, Alakai Munden, the third baseman, will step in, trying to bring that runner in from third. That's his brother, Kitan, who led off with a double, ground rule double to right. Laredo set at the belt, winds, brings that pitch on the outside corner. He's just what we call a soft left-hander, a softy left-hander. Those kind of guys drive hitters nuts.
And it's great to see this type of pitching because it just proves that you don't have to be blowing it past everybody to be effective, right? You got to just hit your spots.
There's another curveball. Bounced on the right side. It's going to be a tough play. Can they get it over to first in time? No, it's thrown away. And heading over to second base would be Munden. So it'll probably be a base hit in the error, but coming in from third will be his brother Kitan Munden with the first run of the game for Kapa'a.
Munden was hustling down the line. Off the end of the bat, was still way out in front. He dives into first, sees that it's towards the dugout, hustles to second, gives himself another big dive. Scores the first run for Kapa'a, back on the board. And here you go, celebration at second.
Drove in his brother, RBI for Alakai. 3-1 here in the bottom of the first inning, 2 away for Dwayne Padre Usaka, the designated hitter. With Munden out at second, another runner in scoring position now for the Warriors.
I believe they scored that in air, did not give him a hit.
They didn't give him a hit and an error? Oh, so it's an error all the way. So
E3.
Okay. So an error all the way, he'll still get the RBI because he would have scored the runner. Hit in the air into center field. They'll drop in for a base hit. They'll hold the runner up at third. And a hard hit single to center from Padre Kusaka. Went over to third is Alakai Munden.
I think that was a good call to hold up Munden at third base. Looped into center field. Great job by Begonia to be able to get that back in. You see them holding. You got 2 outs. Munden not with blazing speed, so I think that's the right call. You don't want to end the inning when you already got a rally going.
And as you can see on your TV screen, the rain beginning to fall again. The sun's out, but coming down from the valley. And the hitter, Kavika Kupihea. Check that. Sonny Thomas, the hitter. And the runners on the corners and 2 away. And Rito needs to buckle down right here. The 0-1 curveball hitting the air out towards center. Oh, actually popped up on the infield. And the shortstop will come over and make the catch. That's Raposa. We played one here in Manoa. 3-1 Damien.
Nine to 5 in the rear view, and now happy hour has arrived. Let's lead this man to his Popeye's Big Box. That's work-crunch balance.
Love that chicken from Popeyes.
Big every time, nice up your life, yeah. When we store yours way out, they go wide. 10 by 20 plus, dep on the side. Double X, yes, call it a double dime. Hawaii self-storage just as big every time, right? Hawaii self-storage is the place to be. Guaranteed from the boys of BET. So come on down to Hawaii self-storage. So come down, respect here, yeah. Hawaii self-storage, #1. Check it. Yeah.
9 to 5 in the rear view, and now happy hour has arrived. Let's lead this man to his Popeye's Big Box. That's work-crunch balance.
Love that chicken from Popeyes.
Thursday, Hawaii hosts the UC San Diego Tritons in its final home series of the season. Rainbow Warrior Baseball, only on Spectrum Sports.
Well, don't miss a second of the action. Watch OC16 on the go. The Spectrum News app has the local sports you love and the news and weather that matters most to you. You can download it today on your favorite devices. 3-1 after one here in the D2 State Baseball Championship game. Damien out of the ILH, Kapaa out of the KIF, the #2 seed, and quite an entertaining first inning as Damien was able to score 3 runs without the courtesy of a hit. And Kapaa able to at least get one of those runs back in the bottom of the frame. So we'll start the second, 8, 9, and 1 in the order. Laredo, Dombrad-Geese, and top of the order, Raposa. As the rain continues to come down, and I think that's just something we'll deal with probably throughout the ball game. First pitch in the second inning is down for a strike from Munden. Kyle Munden had a little bit of a rough first inning, hoping to settle down here to start the second.
1 for 3 yesterday at the plate against Waianae.
And now it's really coming down. And strike 2. Rito trying to help his own cause. I know one thing, he certainly has a pretty impressive breaking ball, doesn't he? When he's on the mound.
Great lefty curve.
London brings down the fastball a bit outside.
Saw Rosario, the catcher, on that 0-2 pitch way off the plate. That one almost clipped the corner.
Way outside and high, and the count now 2-2.
I don't know if the wet ball is going to play a factor here for Munden. It's coming down pretty hard right now. They're still out there, though.
really coming down now. I mean, this is about as hard as it comes here at Les Murakami Stadium. That one's foul upstairs into the grandstands.
The direction that the field is facing, it's towards Diamond Head, and the rain's coming from the mountains behind it. So from this view, it feels like, oh, nice pretty skies.
Yeah, it's very typical here in Manoa. It could be raining here, and you can see Diamond Head. There's not a cloud in the sky.
Yep.
You know that well from all those years next door. There's the pistol pass ball on the outside corner. Strike 3 called. So Munden retires his counterpart, Laredo, looking for the first out here to start the second inning. Second strikeout of the game for Kite.
Great fastball. Paints it right there. Rosario framing it up. Good start to the second inning versus the first. Lots of miscues in the top of the first for Kapa'a. Still yet haven't given up a hit.
And here's the designated hitter, Devin Dombrigas. Dombrigas takes that one down low. He's a sophomore, big kid, 6'3", tallest kid on the roster. Listed as a utility player, and you always like to have those utility guys. They're very valuable. Guys that can play multiple positions.
Yeah, exactly. Isn't pigeonholed into one spot. Able to move around quickly.
That one is hit in the air, out towards right, coming in. And making the grab is Kawi Rukanso. 2 away.
Kawi Rukanso plays that well. Right-handed batter. It's going to tail away from you in right field. Was playing fairly deep, straight up. Had to charge on that. Much different inning defensively here in the second for Kapa'a.
I think everybody trying to get their feet under them in that first inning. As we head to the top of the order, Aaron Raposa, the shortstop, walked the lead off the game, eventually came around and scored. Base is empty, 2 away. And a nice pitch outside corner.
London looks like he's settled in a lot better here in the second. Hitting his spots, looks a little more crisp.
A bit low. Skylar Tengon, the head coach for the Monarchs, or Damien, who used to be a grounds crew member over at softball when Kelly played.
Yeah, I was talking to him before the game. He said that his freshman year of college was my senior year. He was a graduate of Mid-Pacific with my teammate, Keiki Carlos. And so he did the grounds crew over there across the street.
Well, his uncle Kyle played for the University of Hawaii back in the early 80s and then was the manager of this stadium for many years and then took over the lower campus area. And so he was kind of in charge of those things, his uncle, and then Skylar, I guess, got a job to help fix up the field for you guys.
Yeah, Skylar said that he did it all 5 years of college. Was part of the shed crew.
The shed crew, I like that. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 2 away. Munden with the payoff. And that one spoiled back, staying alive, Raposa. Yeah, he was pretty excited when I talked to him earlier. He goes, "You're working with Kelly, right?" And I said, "Yeah." He goes, "You know, I used to do the grounds crew when Kelly was playing."
And there's Skylar right there. 5th year as Damien head coach, took over during COVID.
His dad's the first base coach. It's a family affair here at Damien, and they're all mid-pack grads. Coaching at Damien. Yeah, here's the payoff again. That one popped up shallow left field. Actually behind third goes the third baseman. Munden to make the grab for out number 3. 1-2-3 second after an inning and a half. 3-1 Damien.
This Spectrum OC16 sports presentation is sponsored by Pizza Hut and Taco Bell.
Taco Bell brought back crispy chicken nuggets, and I can't believe how good they are.
Why can't you believe it?
Because you're Taco Bell. Taco Bell.
Yeah, but a taco place can do nuggets, right?
Yeah, the Hidden Valley Fire Ranch is awesome.
Okay, they're good, but we're not a chicken place.
When did you guys become a chicken place?
Can't a taco place do good nuggets? Are we not allowed to do both?
What do you mean?
You think it's cool to do both, right? Why are you looking at me like that?
Are they okay?
I don't think so.
We're totally a taco place that's a chicken place that's also a taco place.
Mike's Engraving and Trophies, the official provider for Spectrum OC16 and Spectrum XCast.
Mike's Engraving and Trophies is the official trophy provider of Spectrum OC16 Sports. For all your special achievements, it's Mike's Engraving and Trophies, located behind Cutter Ford in Aiea. Back inside the Robs Leahy press box at Les Murakami Stadium, Scott and Kelly as we get ready for the bottom of the second inning. 3-1 Damien leading this one, 3 runs in the top of the first without a hit. But in the bottom of the first, we saw some offense, only 1 run for Kapaa, but they showed they could put together some hits and see what they could do here in the second.
Swinging the bat really well off Laredo, who isn't throwing all that hard, able to hit his spots. And you could see some of the Kapa'a players not able to time it up well, but when they were on time, crushing it to the outfield.
Laredo's first pitch down to the batter, the shortstop, Micah Hussey. He'll be followed by Aiden Kawi-Consul, and then the top order, Kaitan Mundon. Hussey saw his numbers on the year, what he did yesterday in that thrilling game against Kapaa is the pitch down from Laredo, way outside. Evens things up at 1-1. Cade Laredo touched up for a couple of hits and a run in that first inning. There's a ball hit down the left field line, but foul. That thing straightened out a little bit. That'd be extra bases for Hussey.
A little curve to it. Hold it down the line, maybe a 1.5 foot foul.
And now, Kelly, we're beginning to see those shadows we were talking about early. First base, home plate, covered by the shadows, the pitcher in the sun. And I've always thought that that is a huge advantage to the pitcher.
It's really difficult when the color change of the ball happens.
1-2, bouncing ball on the left side. The shortstop up with it over to first. Not in time. Raposa's throw is late.
Freitas decided to catch that off the base. I think he thought it was a little bit farther away than it actually ended up being. Raposa throws this a little to Freitas' left and just not standing on the base. I think he thought it might be offline, and so he was choosing to catch and tag.
I would give the error to the first baseman, wouldn't you?
Yeah, I think he had the chance and opportunity to stretch for that one.
Well, they're going to give him a base hit. And they'll go over to first, and back to the bag is Hussey. Already 3 hits on the board for Kapaa, and the number 9 hitter, Kawi-Consul, playing right field here in this championship game. Rito brings the pitch down, bounce foul.
Outfield for Damien, shading towards left right now. Not very deep at all, playing pretty shallow, and also shifting for the pull. I think because Laredo isn't throwing that hard, they're expecting a lot of Kapa'a players to be pulling the ball.
And skied in the air out towards center field. Under it is Nainoa Begonia, and he will make the catch for the first out.
Played that straight up. We talked, there's brothers out there in the outfield, the Begonia brothers, and talking to their head coach, he says they can fly. They're really fast, cover a lot of ground, and says a huge part of their success this year, interesting enough, is their outfield in the ILH. He said which surprises me. That's not something that a coach would necessarily bring up when you're talking about the success of your team, but he said his outfield is extremely fast, and so they can run down a lot of balls that other outfields cannot get to. And credits them for a lot of their success playing against the Division I ILH teams.
A little concerned with the runner Hussey over at first base. Here comes the first pitch down to Cutting London and takes a big swing. Comes up empty. Excuse me.
Actually, Sugai Salvador.
Yeah, it is. You're correct. So Braden Sugai Salvador, 5'11" sophomore. Swings at that one.
We actually had him listed as the number 10
I did
player,
too. So I thought the DH was hitting for him.
And so maybe it's a little bit of a miscue on the written lineup card. We'll have to check that. Count here, got ahead of him, swinging way out in front of his front foot, looking for a rollover ground ball in the infield, maybe get his team out of this.
1-2. The pitch turned on and hit well, but over towards the batting cage and out of play. Will do it again.
That might have clipped him. That's not. Almost a little far inside, and this is the number 9 batter. You want to pitch him well. Don't want to flip the lineup over.
The next pitch. There's a swing and a miss. Snap throw down the first, but they get the hitter Sugai Salvador swinging.
Gets him fishing on this curve, way out in front of it. A little bit of a dangerous throw there from Detrinas behind the plate. One hops his first baseman trying to back throw.
And we head to the top of the order now, and Kaitan Munden. Munden, the pitcher, doubled over the head of the right fielder. Last inning, ground rule double, eventually came around and scored. Munden hitting from the left side, short lead over at first. Lifted in the air, out towards center field, and that one will fall, and it'll bounce around, and everybody will be safe. They hold the runner up over at third. So they hold Hussey up at third, give a base hit to Munden, and runners at the corners now with 2 away.
Hit off the end of the bat, but just finds the puka right there in the center of the diamond. Drops right in between shortstop Raposa and Begonia, the center fielder. Big bounce off the turf. They're lucky that they didn't send the runner Hussey all the way around from first.
RBI opportunity now for the catcher. Here's Rosario, swung at the first pitch last inning, grounded out to second. They have Hussey at third, Munden at first with 2 away. Rito, the pitcher, the lefty, will go over to first. Later on today, the D1 state championship game over on Maui. Waika and St. Louis. Felipe and Marcus will have that one. And there's a comeback right to Laredo. Fields the position well, gets it over to first to retire the side. After 3-1, Damien.
This Spectrum OC16 sports presentation is sponsored by your Hawaii Honda dealers.
Around here, the environment is everything. And that's what makes Honda your perfect island ride. Honda is Kelley Blue Book's KBB.com best value brand. That means big deals on Honda hybrids, including Accord Hybrid, CR-V Hybrid, and Civic Hybrid. And for the second year in a row, all 3 Honda hybrids made the Car and Driver 10 Best list. So for the cars you can count on and the dealers you can trust, see your Hawaii Honda dealer today.
It was her first day back. She just had that look. I asked her and she said college was hard. But our first stop, that would remind her she was home.
The mainland's so big and it's so beautiful.
Backed by popular demand. Garlic miso chicken plate and salad. A boneless chicken thigh marinated in a sweet miso and garlic seasoning, then lightly fried to a perfect crisp. Available all day for a limited time at Zippy's.
Well, we have high school baseball today, but coming up on Thursday of next week, it will be the final homestand for the Basebos as they'll take on UC San Diego. Our coverage Thursday begins at 6 o'clock with Game On. There you see Kapaa. They were hard luck, I guess, losers. 2-1 in extra innings to Kapa'a yesterday. Losing on a walk-off walk. That's hard.
Walk.
So we head to the top of the third inning. Damien 3, Kapa'a 1. Damien with 3 runs. They say have still yet to get a hit off the starter Kyton Munden for Kapa'a. 2, 3, and 4 will come to the plate. Kona Bergonia, Max Detrinas, and Makana Freitas. The face to right-hander, who after giving up those 3 runs with some walks, an error, a couple of hit batsmen, really settled down in the second inning. He set the Monarchs down in order in inning number 2. So we'll see what he can do here in the third as Bergonia steps in. Laid down a nice sacrifice back in the first inning.
I don't blame Kapa'a having a little bit of jitters in that first inning. It's a lot going on. You're playing on this field and this atmosphere, TV game, a lot happening. And so unfortunately for them, though, a lot of those jitters and ends up costing them. They're losing here despite out hitting Damien to this point.
2 balls and no strikes to the leadoff hitter. I'll give a shout out to all the folks on the island of Kauai checking out this game today.
It's a great day, great week for Kapa'a. The softball team, undefeated season. Watch them win yesterday.
Well, hit out to short. A long throw to first, gets there in time as Hussey gets it over to Sugai Salvador, 6-3 to retire Kona Begonia to start the inning. Well, let's go back last night in softball. There you see Kapaa. And that was how the game ended. And they rushed the field as Kapaa on the softball diamond repeated as champs last night.
Back-to-back champs, undefeated season. And it was a hard-fought game. Kudos to Pearl City as well. They had a great game.
After Trina's first pitch swinging, bounces out to first, 2 down. He was the winning pitcher in last night's game, went the entire distance. So 2 down quickly. That is 6 in a row now, retired by Munden in this one.
See some of the Kapa'a softball players sticking around. Coach Duke, the baseball team, was saying that many of the families changed their flights so that they'd be able to stay and cheer on their baseball team.
Wind up the delivery, the fastball is high. Freitas 0 for 1. Send that glove up high. And get the break, pitch to break.
London pitched against Kapaa just a little over an inning and 2/3. Gave up 1 hit.
Good pitch right there. Frida swings through it. Yeah, you talked to both coaches. They said guys are going to have to suck it up a little bit here today. And he said everybody is in. They're all in. They all want to participate. They all want to contribute if they can. You might be a little banged up, but you're not feeling it here in the championship for sure. 2-2. They got it. So strike 3, and up and down in order go the Monarchs again. We've played 2.5 here in Manoa. Damien leads 3-1.
Aloha, I'm Corey Harvey from Fly Girls, and you're watching Spectrum OC16.
Calling our car enthusiasts, there's a new episode of Island Driver TV, Hawaii's only automotive show. Here's what's on this week. From imports to classics to hot rods and everything in between, we head out to the 2025 Hot Import Nights. Then we head out to Cars and Coffee with Ed Kemper. Island Driver TV exclusively on Spectrum OC16s on Saturday nights at 7:30 and all through the week.
Aloha, I'm Howard Deshevsky. The pride of our islands are its people. Join me as I show you uplifting and inspirational stories of athletes, coaches, and more on Sports People Hawaii.
I had, I think, 12, 13 people come together to do different sections with me, like running, crewing me, and so just getting that whole experience was incredible.
Tune in to Sports People Hawaii only on Spectrum OC16.
Welcome back to Manoa, the Wale Yonomine HHSAA State Division II Baseball Championship game. Damien and Kapa'a. 3-1 game as we head to the bottom of the third. And for the Warriors, they'll send out 3, 4, and 5 in the order. Kupihea, and then Padre Kosaka, and Kupihea. So the Kupihea brothers will come to the plate here in the third inning. They'll face Cade Laredo, who's only given up 1 run on 3 hits. So Kupihea, who struck out, steps in from the left side. Laredo almost covered by the shadows now. And the curveball starts things off inside.
It doesn't follow through on that one. That one stays on his arm side. Seen Laredo last time against Kupihea really utilizing that curve away from the lefty hitter.
Owen turned on, hit hard, knocked down by the first baseman, who will jog over and step on a nice job.
That's a play right there from Freitas. Yeah, keeps that ball in front of him. 1 hop. See him get down on 1 knee and block this ball. Skips on him, keeps it in front of him, keeps it in the infield, and then able to get to first base on his own. His pitcher Laredo pumping him up, excited for him. That's a great play.
And Joe Paparo, nice play over there at first base for the first out here in the bottom of the third. And it brings up Dwayne Padre Kosaka. I know you like the first part of his last name, don't you, Kelly? Being the big Padre fan that you are, congratulations. You told me they beat Colorado 21-0 today or something?
Yeah, crazy.
That is crazy.
That's a little embarrassing, but that's all right. Yes, I'm a huge Padre fan.
You and my wife, the 2 biggest Padre fans I know. The 2-0, inside and low. Laredo at the sign, set at the belt. That one cut on and missed. Got a lot of movement. He doesn't throw any straight balls, does he?
And it's not very fast. That's what I kind of like about it. It's one speed and then a little slower than that and even slower than that, and it's hard to time up. That one missed quite a bit.
Yeah, just a tad.
Threw it behind, Dwayne.
I don't think it was anything personal.
Nah. You saw him a little frustrated after that pitch as well.
Hasn't walked the batter yet, has a strikeout. Here comes the 3-1. That one down low, ball 4. There is the first walk as Padre Husaka will go down to first base with one away. And Kabika Kupihea, the center fielder, now will hit.
Kate Laredo doesn't walk very many batters. Only has 11 walks on the season coming into this game. That's good control. Also, because his velocity isn't overwhelming, the ball gets put in play quite a bit, and he allows his defense to help him.
Yeah, both teams very good defensively. That one was a strike down to Kupihea. Sonny Thomas on deck, one away, bottom of the 3rd. Championship Saturday for baseball here in the 50th state. Saka the short lead. They go over to first anyway, and he dives back in head first. Well, let's go back to that last pitch we saw.
Let's see. On the line of the left-hander's batter's box, I don't think it curved back in.
One hit in the air out towards right. The right fielder going back. He reaches up and pulls it down. That is Bajet Kalau'oka'aea making a nice grab for the second out.
A really good ranging play. This outfield is huge. Has to go back over his shoulder, running, snagging. You see him pumping his arms as an outfielder. You run as hard as you can, pump your arms, and then stick out your glove at the last minute. Great play to keep that. That would have been extra bases easily.
Yeah, absolutely. Here's Sonny Thomas, the left fielder. 2 down now. The runner still over at first base. Laredo's pitch swung and a missed.
You see him touching his chest, saying, "My bad." Chased on that first pitch, way out of the zone.
A little anxious.
Maybe thought it was going to be a backdoor curve on the outside corner.
Another pitch that fools the hitter Thomas, and it's 0-2.
Not able to keep his weight back. You see him leaning over the plate and on his front foot. And if you're Laredo, you throw that again.
Look at that game face. You see that stare? He's all in. There you see some of the Kapa'a fans behind the plate. Let's see where this pitch goes. The 0-2.
Goes right back to it. Great piece of hitting there from Thomas, not to fish for it, makes an adjustment. Same pitch, doesn't swing at it that time.
Padre Husaka still over at first, being held on over there. Breaking ball hit really hard, but well foul.
Turning into a good at-bat here for Sonny Thomas. Fouling off some pitches.
Yeah, what you're doing though is you're making Laredo work, and we talked about both teams kind of, I wouldn't say they're on fumes when it comes to their pitching, but not quite where they like. The shortstop goes the short way over the second to retire the side. After 3-1 Damien.
Nine to 5 in the rear view, and now happy hour has arrived. Let's lead this man to his Popeye's Big Box. That's work-crunch balance.
Love that chicken from Popeyes.
It was important that 15 Craigside allow pets because Viva, our Havanese, is part of our family.
We looked at all the other alternatives for senior living, and 15 Craigside presented the most comprehensive senior living services, including guaranteed lifetime care.
From our personal experience, what I would say to anyone considering moving into 15 Craigside is don't wait, because the window of opportunity might not be there when you're ready.
9 to 5 in the rear view, and now happy hour has arrived. Let's lead this man to his Popeye's Big Box. That's work-crunch balance.
Love that chicken from Popeyes.
Friday, Hawaii and UC San Diego return to the Diamond as senior weekend rolls on. Rainbow Warrior Baseball, only on Spectrum Sports.
It's time now to take a look at the Jack in the Box game summary. There you see the score through 3-3-1 in favor of Damien. For Damien, Cade Laredo, 3 innings, 4 hits. You see he also has a run, a couple of strikeouts on the mound. And Kaitan Mundon, the 2 pitchers, 3 innings pitched. And you see 3 runs, a walk, and 3 strikeouts. So after 3 innings, not quite halfway through this one so far, but your thoughts on how this game has gone?
Unfortunately for Kapaa, if they could have erased that first top half of that inning, they'd be in the lead here.
You're right.
Once they got the jitters out, they made quite a few miscues, some walks, 2 hit by pitches in the air, and they gave up 3 runs in the top of the first, but since then, London settled down.
Bergonia bunts the first pitch foul. Nainoa Bergonia, center fielder, hitting in the 5 spot, leads things off.
I think 300 this year for Nainoa, 10 RBIs.
On the third base side, good play, tough throw for the third baseman. It won't get there in time, and Bergonia will reach on a bunt single to lead off the 4th inning. Good effort by Munden over at third, but just in such a great spot, really nothing he could do with it.
Yeah, you could see perfect bunt execution there, and Nainoa can fly. Good speed down the base paths.
There's Kohagura now, second baseman. He was hit by a pitch back in the 1st inning. That was kind of the bugaboo for Munden in that 1st inning. He hit a couple of guys, walked a batter, defense committed an error. It's just kind of one of those bad 1st innings, but he has settled down quite nicely. And that's the first hit off of him since that 1st inning.
2 pickoffs right there, respecting the speed, and I know I'm thinking that Begonia is gonna be on the move. See if they throw over there, or if Begonia will be taking second.
Nope, he's gonna lay down the bunt. They'll go to second to get the force, and they get it. Smart play by Munden, throwing it down to second. He gets Bergonia for the first out, and Kohagura will be safe over at first on the fielder's choice. The bunt, unfortunately for him, went right back to the pitcher.
And you see Munden already setting his feet, knowing the play, knowing what he was going to do with the ball, opening up his left shoulder, already facing his feet and his hips towards second, gets the speedy Begonia out with the force. Huge, big play to help his own cause there as the pitcher, Munden.
And that was a really good play by him, because most pitchers won't even look back there. They'll just take the easy out. But
right.
He said, no, I think I have enough time. Fired a strike. Shortstop Hussey kept the foot on the bag, and nice job.
And a lot of times when you're, especially at the high school level, when you have pitchers that play infield as well, right? Their main position isn't always just being the pitcher, and so they're ready to field their position well, and you could tell there from Munden, he knew exactly what to do.
And over the first, back in plenty of time, Kohagura. Warner trying to captured their third title in 4 years. Lost last year in the state title game against Kamehameha Hawaii. The pitch is a strike. You see the rain blowing across the field on TV. It looks a lot heavier on television than it does from here, right? It doesn't really look like it's raining all that much, but you look on TV, it looks like it is.
And that's a center field cam,
Sure.
pretty zoomed in. They say there's a lot of ground to cover
Good
from
point.
there to what you're actually looking at, but you're right. Not raining just as hard as it looks.
Well, we've been here now for 3 days here on campus. The last 2 days is softball.
Yes.
The first day, Thursday, we had some rain delays. Yesterday, the weather was nice, and, well, today it's just regular passing showers. High pop-up shallow center field, and coming in on the run, Kapaa to make the grab for the second out.
Long run for our Kapaa center fielder. Comes back in on it. It hung up there for a long time. And you see him, he throws on the run, a little bit of a dangerous throw there. Trying to get Ridge, who was on first base. Ridge did a great job of getting off the base pretty far out because it almost seemed like it might have dropped.
And we saw one earlier, blooped into center field that dropped. As Cade Laredo, the pitcher. Laredo struck out looking in the second inning. London with 3 Ks so far through 3 2/3 innings. All the damage for both teams done in the first. 1 ball, no strike count to Laredo, 2 away, runner over at first base, and that pitch is a strike.
So far, like Munden's fastball on that half of the plate, hits his spot well on his arm side. Trying to pick off again over there at first.
We'll see what Munden does here. Will he go back over to first? No, he'll come to the plate. There's another strike down to the hitter, Laredo. 0-2. Catcher sets up on the outside. The pitch hit in the air towards left field. Coming over near the line, the left fielder Thomas gets there in time to make the final out. We'll head to the bottom of the fourth. It remains 3-1 Damien.
This Spectrum OC16 sports presentation is sponsored by Hawaii's Longshoremen.
Our Hawaii Longshore Division knows it takes all hands, and it's with hard work, dedication, and aloha that the women on the waterfront help keep our harbors on the move. From administration to dockside, they're a vital part of our union, lifting each other up and carrying our islands forward. Together we stand, Ohana strong. We are the Hawaii Longshore Division, connecting daily life, our communities, our islands.
A blind spot that's never out of sight. How it should be. The Hyundai Tucson.
Lease a Hyundai Tucson for only $289 a month or get 3.99% APR for 72 months. Drive Aloha, drive Hyundai.
Well, the Monarchs have gone to the bullpen to start the fourth inning and brought in a new pitcher, Tanaloa Seguancia. And there you see his record, 2-0, 2.49 ERA, 17 innings, 10 strikeouts, 4 walks. As Cade Laredo goes 3 innings, and I think if you're Damien, you have to be really happy with the 3 innings you got out of him.
Yeah, and I think that was probably as much as they were expecting Cade to go. And you've got Tanaloa up there, just a freshman. Pitched 6 innings this week against Pahoa, their win a couple nights ago.
So 8-9-1 scheduled to come to the plate here to lead off the bottom of the 4th inning. Kapaa trailing it by 2. Well, they have out-hit Damien 4-1. 3 runs, 1 hit, 1 error for the Monarchs. For the Warriors, 1 run, 4 hits, and 1 error. Micah Hussey, the shortstop. And the 1-0 count. Segura Ancia. And that pitch down for a strike. I mentioned he's a freshman, but big kid, 5'10" as a freshman. So you know he's going to be a bit taller by the time he's a senior, you would assume. No, I think I stopped growing in 2nd grade.
He also...
Yeah, I'm talking about the height, not the other direction.
Oh,
yeah,
gotcha.
Yeah.
I see.
The other one I continued.
That's funny. Just watching Segura Ancia pitch these first 3 pitches, you can see that he steps across his body, pitches across.
Bounces one foul over to 3rd. Vicari said, I'll take it anyway.
Doesn't have that long of a stride, although he's 5'10", isn't stepping that far off the mound, and his landing foot is more towards the right-handed batter and then throwing across his body a little bit more than you would see. This would create an arm slot, especially when you're pitching to a right-handed batter. It's coming at you a little bit more.
There's called strike 3. Got the high strike on the outside corner. And Segura Ancia comes in and gets a strikeout to lead things off in the 4th.
So here we go. His stride is pretty short.
That's about as short a stride as you'll see.
And then he's throwing across his body. And so to be able to hit the outside corner to a right-handed batter, that's a long distance to travel.
And skied in the air, out towards center field. To his left, the center fielder, Nainoa Bergonia, to make the catch for the 2nd out. You know, one thing, too, that's such a short stride, Kelly, I wonder how much pressure that puts on his arm.
Yeah, interesting to see that a lot of times you would use your legs a little bit longer and a little bit farther, but still he's being successful here, and especially when you're able to just hit your spots. If you're not overthrowing, right, you're not putting too much strain on your elbow and your shoulder, just trying to hit your spots.
Salvador, number 9 hitter in the order.
You could
Looks
tell
like a strike.
He's very accurate with that fastball.
Yeah, it seems to work for him, right? That's all that matters. Bounced on the right side, sliding stop by the 2nd baseman. Gets up and gets it over to 1st. Nice play by Kohagura, the 2nd baseman. 4-3, the put out to end the inning. We played 4 in Manoa. 3-1 Damien.
Now, for a limited time, get our largest pizza at our lowest price. Just $9.99 for our classic New York-style pizza. It's 30% larger than our large, and at only $9.99 for carryout. Don't wait. Order now at Hawaii Pizza Hut.
Around here, the environment is everything. And that's what makes Honda your perfect island ride. Honda is Kelley Blue Book's KBB.com best value brand. That means big deals on Honda hybrids, including Accord Hybrid, CR-V Hybrid, and Civic Hybrid. And for the 2nd year in a row, all 3 Honda hybrids made the Car and Driver 10 Best list. So for the cars you can count on and the dealers you can trust, see your Hawaii Honda dealer today.
Now, for a limited time, get our largest pizza at our lowest price. Just $9.99 for our classic New York-style pizza. It's 30% larger than our large, and at only $9.99 for carryout. Don't wait. Order now at Hawaii Pizza Hut.
There you get a good look at the team from the west side. Waianae taking in this one.
Interesting.
There's another game after
yeah,
this. They're going to
schedule.
Kapaa and Waianae are playing each other. I think it's 7.
Yeah, it's a kind of a funny schedule that the championship game is not the last game of the day.
Well, I think that is because the D1 championship
Yes.
game on Maui is a little bit later, right? We'll have it for you right here.
I know, that's kind of fun, too. We're going to send it over to Felipe, Marcus, and Jimmy on a different island after this. Also, today is a big day.
It is.
It is Felipe's birthday.
No kidding.
Let's go, Felipe!
Devin Dombrigas, the designated hitter, number 9 hitter in the order for the Monarchs to lead things off against Kyton Munden, who really has pitched pretty well, but gave up those 3 runs in that first inning without the benefit of a hit. And that has been the difference to this point. Yeah, Felipe, the birthday boy. How old do you think Felipe is? 12, 13 now? I mean, at least he looks that young.
I think I know the answer
Do
because
you?
I know how much older he is of me.
He's older than you.
Yes, by 2 years. So
Wow.
he has to be turning 37 because I'll be turning 35 in a couple of days.
Congratulations. Happy birthday.
Thank
Early happy
you.
birthday.
May 23rd.
Just in case anybody out there wants to send cards.
Yeah,
right?
yes, exactly. I like Starburst and Skittles.
So do I.
They could send that too.
The pitch. There's a strike down to Dombrigas. Dombrigas, the designated hitter. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Breaking pitch, that's a beauty. Strike 3 called, no question about that.
He's been humming since the first inning. Jitters are out of the way. His 4th strikeout hits that outside corner. Starts off this inning with a K.
Nice pitch for Kyton, top of the order now, and Aaron Raposa, the shortstop, who has walked and scored and popped out. A UH Hilo commit.
Damien only with 1 hit, which was that bunt by Nainoa Begonia, so they really haven't squared anything up. This is 3rd time through the order against Munden. We'll see if Aaron Raposa, one of the best hitters for Damien, is able to make an adjustment.
Now you look at Damien, they had to play in the opening round against Pahoa. They scored 9 runs there. Yesterday they scored 6. That ball is lifted in the air out to the left, and an easy catch out there for Thomas for out number 2.
Seen a handful of fly balls. Like I said, 4 strikeouts right now for Munden. Nothing really hit square on a barrel yet.
You have to give the credit to Munden out there on the bump. Bergonia steps in with the bases empty and 2 away, shows bunt. Did he bunt through that one?
Yeah, they're gonna say there was an attempt there.
So he did commit 0-1. High in the air, popped up on the right side. The second baseman, Kupihea, is there to make the grab for the final out of the inning. We have played 4.5. Damien still up by 2.
Aloha, I'm Merlinda Garma, and you're watching Spectrum OC16.
Welcome to Cooking Hawaiian Style, presented by the Hawaii Community Foundation, shooting season 20 at the beautiful Royal Lahaina Resort and Bungalows. Today in the kitchen, we have Chef Ben Marquez going to join us. What are you going to make?
We're going to make kampachi tataki. We're also going to make steamed kampachi with chili water sauce.
The theme is kampachi.
Absolutely.
One of my favorite fishes.
It's going to be great.
Yes, you're not going to want to miss this one. Make sure you're watching. Go to our website, cookinghawaiianstyle.com, and thanks for watching Cooking Hawaiian Style.
Aloha, I'm Dut Leandro. Join me as I visit with local chefs, musicians, and kamaaina who all share the love of good grinds.
Another key to his successful poke is fresh fish. Fresh fish meaning it's 100 feet from the store. And they go every day to Honolulu Fish Auction and pick up their fish.
Tune into Dut's Grinds and Good Times Monday at 9:30 p.m. and all throughout the week, only on Spectrum OC16.
And looking into the lush green Manoa Valley here in Manoa, 3-1 Damien. And we head to the bottom of the 5th inning. Keep in mind, this is a 7-inning scheduled contest, and the top 3 will come to the plate for Kapa'a to start things off. Titan Munden, followed by Pierce Rosario and Kimo Kupihea. Kapaa has out-hit Damien 4-1, but they only have 1 run on the board to show for it. As the outfield plays straight away. And the pitch down from the pitcher, Segua Ancia. Here's the strike.
Titan Munden, 2 for 2, had a big double to lead off the first over the right fielder's head. And you can see Bajed playing very deep. Left field, center field playing pretty straight up. The right field much deeper, respecting his power.
Yeah, he is way farther back than the left and center fielder, and why not after getting burned on that first hit? There's a swing and a miss to count out ball and 2 strikes.
I think this is the best chance for Kapa'a to get back in this game. Granted, it feels like they're in control of this game. They've had the most production offensively, but in the column that matters most, the run column, they are not in the lead.
And you wonder now, with this being a 7th inning game, how many more at-bats would they have? Like the top of their Munden, will he get any more at-bats? He looks at it called strike 3, and I'll tell you what, ever since this young man, Tanaloa Segua Ancia, came in, it's been pretty difficult.
You see that right on the corner. Good pitch, breaks right into it. And Munden, a really good hitter, was fooled on that one. Thought it was going to be off the plate.
So 1 down with the bases empty. The catcher, Pierce Rosario. Rosario is 0 for 2. There's another nice pitch down from Segua Ancia. Very effortless, isn't it? The way he throws, he almost looks like he could throw 150 pitches in a game.
Yeah, that's a really good word to describe his delivery. It's not very long of a stride, like we've said. It's a quick step.
It's a relaxed, it's almost a quick step.
Yes, not much of a wind-up. Just step, deliver the pitch, a little bit of crisscross of his body.
There's a swing and a miss. Another strikeout for Segua Ancia, and they're 2 away.
Also, we said effortless, but also efficient, throwing lots of strikes, breaking away from the right-handed batter, and 1 strikeout away from striking out the side.
So it'll be up to the second baseman, Kimo Kupihea, to keep the inning alive for the Warriors. 0 for 2 with the strikeouts. Here's ball 1.
I think Kupihea happy to see that Laredo, the lefty, is out of this game. A new pitcher, he wasn't very successful hitting lefty on lefty.
Well, you go from a left-hander like Laredo, who was such a different kind of pitcher than what you have from the right side with Segua Ancia.
Yeah, Segua Ancia on that pitch even leaves it over the outside half on his arm side, and like we said, stretches across his body. A little bit unsure there if that was going to be called a strike, and you can see Kupihea saying that was a little high.
Well, you know one thing, the Warriors are having a hard time picking up his pitches. 1-2. And that one does miss outside. You can hear the Monarchs in the stands.
Yeah, wanting that call. That's a good call. That was off the plate. On the chalk line on the right-handed batter's box.
This is wild. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 away here in the bottom of the 5th. The offering. Bounced on the right side. Second baseman, Kohagura, gets it over to first in time, and a 1-2-3 fifth. We played 5. Damien still leads by 2.
This Spectrum OC16 sports presentation is sponsored by Zippies.
You only get one brain. If you take a hit to the head, take it seriously.
Don't tough it out. Report it. Tell your coach or parent how you really feel.
And look out for your teammates. If something seems off, speak up.
You've got 2 arms,
2 legs,
2 eyes,
but only one brain. Protect it.
Play hard, play safe, speak up. Learn more at hawaiiconcussion.com.
Throughout the years, many things have changed, but Long's Drugs remains committed to serving you and all of Hawaii by partnering with local brands and businesses, by hiring local talent who dedicate themselves each day, and by direct donations and volunteer initiatives. It's all a part of our commitment to sustaining a healthy and thriving island community.
serving you since 1954.
Make Long's a part of your day.
Thursday, Hawaii hosts the UC San Diego Tritons in its final home series of the season. Rainbow Warrior Baseball, only on Spectrum Sports.
Heading to the top of the 6th inning in this D2 title game, Damien got all 3 runs without a hit in the 1st inning. Kapaa got their single run in the bottom of that frame. Since then, we've seen nothing but goose eggs as Kaiten Munden goes out there to begin his 6th inning of work, and he has pitched very well.
He's got to be really proud of himself and this Kapa'a team. If they're able to put up some runs to really support their pitcher, and unfortunately for them, they had that difficult 1st inning because they would be in control and winning this game right now.
So Max DeTrinas hitting in the 3 spot. The catcher will lead things up. DeTrinas yesterday threw a complete game, 96 pitches, only gave up 4 hits, struck out 4 in that win. And it was funny because earlier today, talking to head coach Skylar Tangon, he said he had to call him earlier to see how he was feeling because he needed him to catch today. But he pitched an entire game yesterday, and he said, "Coach, whatever you need, I'm there."
You like to hear that, and he's a big-bodied kid as well, 6 foot, just a sophomore. Also, he's a military kid, so Damien's excited and thankful that he's enrolled there.
Yeah, he's a good player for them, no question. Trinas has scored a run, reached on an error in that 1st inning, and he hit one over second base in the right field for a leadoff single. The 2nd hit of the game for the Monarchs only.
There's some good piece of hitting. Outside pitch, goes with it. Stays on the breaking ball, doesn't pull off with his front side, and is able to go with the pitch. A leadoff single, only the 2nd hit of this game, the other hit being a bunt. So that's the first ball we've really seen squared up today for
right.
Damien.
You're absolutely right, as Makana Freitas, the first baseman, will be the hitter. Trinas short lead over at first, showing bunt pulling back, but taking a strike is Freitas. And trying to move that runner possibly into scoring position. And we head towards the latter half, or we are in the latter half of this one. We can tack on another run or so. That could be huge with the way Damien's pitching has been in this one to this point. So Freitas with a 0-1 count. Rosario, the catcher on the outside, bunted on the first base side. It's a good bunt. The play to first, and they get it there in time. Good thing Kupihea, the 2nd baseman, came over to cover the bag, so the sack will go 1-4, and that moves DeTrinas to 2nd.
This bunt, a really good one, and as it was developing, it almost seemed like things were gonna fall apart for Kapaa. Good job for Kupihea to squeeze that one. That ball thrown a little bit into the runner. Nonetheless, they get that sacrifice out.
A runner in scoring position now with one away. Here's Nainoa Bergonia. He was hit by a pitch earlier. Rounds the ball to short. They're going to go to third. They're going to get the runner. Not quite sure what Detrinas was thinking. You never go when the ball's hit in front of you. And he did an easy 5-6 putout, or 6-5 putout, excuse me, over at third for the second out. Bergonia will be safe at first on a fielder's choice.
See Coach Schuyler a little frustrated with that. That ball not hit into the 5-6 hole, and you could see Max was running. As soon as it was hit, feels that he got caught. And a great play, though, from Hussey to be able to react and switch his feet. There's Schuyler, a little flabbergasted with his number 3 batter there.
Well, maybe a little bit of a brain fart right there, because you learn those things early on in your baseball playing career, right? So
maybe,
2 down.
Maybe he thought it was harder hit in the 5-6 hole, like it was going to be going through the infield, but runs himself into an out, and now 2 outs here in the 6th.
Yeah, Rich Kohagura, the second baseman, the hitter. He's been hit by a pitch and has reached on a fielder's choice. 2 down now. Runner at first. They go back over there and into the bag, Bergonia. London has gone the entire way for Kapa'a. There goes the runner. The throw will be late, sliding in safely with a stolen base is Bergonia.
We already saw the speed from Nainoa on his bunt single earlier in the game, and there he shows off the wheels yet again. Gets a good jump, and I think Rosario almost double pumps. Yeah, oh, he's just not able to get a handle on it on the first attempt, but the speed kills yet again from Nainoa. I think even with a good throw, you're not going to be able to get him.
I think you might be right. There's a big swing and a miss by Kohagura, who now has an RBI opportunity. Team up 3-1, but haven't scored since that opening inning. Monarchs 11-5 this year in the ILH. 1-2, foul straight back.
This is a big run on second base for Damien. They haven't shown yet in this game that they're able to get a hit with runners in scoring position. They got a 2-run lead, but to tack on one more would be huge.
Munden looking for the strikeout. And that one way high and inside. The catcher Rosario was set up on the outside, so Munden completely missed his target there.
Munden's been pitching a really good game, only at 76 pitches right here, almost done with the 6th inning. And very efficient, hitting his spots well, looking for a punch out.
Curveball hanging and just missing that one with the hitter Kohagura. 3 runs, 2 hits, 1 error for Damien for Kapaa. Run on 4 hits and 1 error.
Kapaa checking out the action here in the championship game up in the top deck.
And there's a big swing and a miss at the fastball. So Damien comes up empty. We'll head to the bottom of the frame. 3-1 Monarchs.
Seems like everyone's going country these days. Let me show you how it's done. Yep, that Nashville hot sweet heat is here on my 100% all-white meat popcorn chicken starting at $6.99. Tastes good to go country. Get so much more.
Welcome to Jack in the Box.
Here's the dream. Never stop doing what you love. The choices you make now can keep the dream alive tomorrow. So you can live your life your way. We're here to help with a personalized approach to a healthier you. Hawaii Pacific Health.
It's time to unveil my $4.99 jumbo breakfast platter with French toast sticks, grilled sausage patty, hash brown, and scrambled eggs. Man, that thing's still going. Uh-oh. Get so much more.
Welcome to Jack in the Box.
Friday. Hawaii and UC San Diego return to the Diamond as senior weekend rolls on. Rainbow Warrior Baseball, only on Spectrum Sports.
Back in Manoa, don't forget the New City Nissan Goodwill Softball Classic is coming up. The third place in championship games right here on Spectrum OC 16. May 18th beginning at 4 o'clock. What exactly is the Goodwill Games?
Yeah, it's for the seniors softball to have like a farewell tournament together. New City Nissan does a really good job getting the opportunity from a bunch of different OIA schools, seniors from OIA schools, Division I, Division II, ILH, D1, D2 to be able to play some last senior games together. And unfortunately, I won't be there because we're gonna be together. We'll be at the Circle of Honor that night.
Oh, is that on Sunday?
Yeah.
Well, I'll be here first because that's UH's final home baseball game.
Yes, but it's really fun getting to have a last hurrah for all the seniors, and they play together. You got different high school coaches that come and coach those games. Pretty fun.
Here's Dwayne Padre Kusaka hitting in the 5th spot, the designated hitter to lead things off for Kapa'a. They got 6 more outs to catch up. And nothing in 2, the count. Seguancia has been very good. That one is hit in the air out towards center field, but coming in and making the catch is Bergonio.
Bergonio has been doing a great job out there in center field, ranging well, covers a lot of ground. And a line drive hit right back at you can be difficult sometimes to read. He does a great job of following it to his left side. 1 out here in the 6th.
Kavika Kupiheo, the center fielder, will be the next batter. And shows bunt. And see if he pulls back. He will. And fastball on the corner for a strike. And I'll tell you what, ever since this young man has come in, all he does is throw strikes. Tanoloa Seguancia. He's only a freshman. Imagine how good he's going to be in the next couple of years.
That's a great point. 19 innings pitched this year, 2.19 ERA.
The slider misses inside. By the way, before I forget, I want to wish all the moms out there tomorrow a very happy Mother's Day, and a very happy Mother's Day to you. You got 5 of those rugrats running around and keep you busy and in shape, and I'm sure they all appreciate everything you do, Kelly.
Thank you. Thanks, Scott. I would like to shout out my sister, Mari.
Yes.
A happy Mother's Day to her. And also, thank you, because she has been watching my 5 kids the last 3 days since I've been sitting next to you, her and her husband, Zach, and the Marquis. So thanks, Mari. Happy Mother's Day to her.
It takes a village. And on the miss, strike 3. 2 down here in the 6th.
Man. Just quick and easy drops into the zone. Kapaa swinging off of it, not able to make the adjustment on the outside corner either. Just feels way too far away from them even on that pitch.
So Sonny Thomas, the last chance here in the 6th for Kapaa, the left fielder. And he bunts that one high in the air, foul. No chance for anybody to get to it.
I like the idea, though. You haven't had much success against Tanaloa, so you might as well try and bunt your way on. And since Tanaloa's come in, he hasn't had a base runner yet.
Yeah, he has been dominant. No question. Set the order down in the 4th. Set the order down last inning and has retired the first 2 here in the 6th inning. There's a little housekeeping being done there on the mask.
Katrina's trying to fix that clasp. Those are so tricky. He's doing a good job, and we're all having to watch him under pressure.
Yeah, you definitely want to catch with that on your head.
There you go.
You don't want to throw it to the side and say, I'll fix it after the half inning.
Yeah.
Plus, the Trinas might be a little tired after yesterday. Maybe this is like I need a little bit of a break.
little breather.
You know, like when you go to volleyball and the invisible floor wiping.
Yes, you need to wipe it down a little bit.
Yeah, the invisible perspiration. All right, looks like he got his mask fitted. And the pitch to Thomas. That one is a strike. High strike down to Thomas. Sergio Ancia.
Sergio Ancia really has been working one side of the plate. So if I were Kapaa, I'd be getting closer. Get my toes on the white line. Try and reach that outside corner. It's a good miss, low and away. 0-2 pitch, you don't need to throw a strike there. Good take though from Thomas.
If you're Kapaa, you just need base runners at this point.
They haven't found much success since Tanaloa came in.
Almost got the hitter Thomas to go for that one.
Looked good out of the hand, but a good take yet again from Sonny Thomas. Looking for something hard and away.
Bouncing the ball out towards short. Raposa better hurry to throw the first as he get it there. And Tommy does. 6-3, the put up of Thomas. Well, ahead to the 7th and final scheduled inning. Damien 3, Kapa'a 1.
Check it out.
He showed up with Pizza Hut's Cheesy Bites Pizza and his A game. Slicing through the lane, feeding the post. Best delivery guy ever, Peter Zahat. The Cheesy Bites Pizza and new Ranch Lovers Flight. Get it on the Pizza Hut app.
Hardware Hawaii, your Kailua hardware store. At Hardware Hawaii Kailua, helping you find what you need is our top priority. Take our lead lumberman, Eddie.
How's it?
He enjoys helping customers find what they need.
My customers are like my friends. It really makes my day when I get to help them out.
Right on, Eddie. Here in Kailua, we're here, ready to serve you. Hardware Hawaii. Customer first in Kailua.
Check it out.
He showed up with Pizza Hut's Cheesy Bites Pizza and his A game. Slicing through the lane, feeding the post. Best delivery guy ever, Peter Zahat. The Cheesy Bites Pizza and new Ranch Lovers Flight. Get it on the Pizza Hut app.
Watch your favorite games anytime, anywhere on OC16.tv. Go to the homepage to find the channel you want under the Now Playing section. Log in with your Spectrum username and password, and let the games begin.
Bottom third of the order coming to the plate for Damien here in the top of the 7th inning. Back out there, Kyton Munden, and you and I were talking during the break. He probably has deserved a little bit of a better fate than what he got, though granted, part of the issue in that first inning was him, couple of hit batsmen, a wild pitch, but once he settled down, Damien hasn't been able to get anything off him going.
Yeah, you're exactly right. That first inning was a little bit of a disaster, and unfortunately for Kapaa, they gave up 3 runs without giving up a hit.
And the first pitch to start the 7th inning is fouled off by the third baseman, Triton Vicari.
But since that first inning, Munden's really settled in. Only 78 pitches here in the 7th inning. That's really efficient.
Now he comes in and gets him. We mentioned the hit batsman. That was an issue back in the first inning. It hasn't been since until then.
Hits him right
Ouch.
in the back there. That one just gets away from Munden. Leadoff batter aboard. Damien would really like to add on. Got a little bit of a
So Cade Laredo is going to hit. Now remember, he came out of the game as the pitcher, but he can re-enter as a hitter. And so Laredo will hit with the runner at first. That one gets away from the catcher, Rosario, and going down to second will be Vicari.
And we've seen a handful of those from Rosario. It's almost every time that Damien has showed bunt, it's been difficult for him to squeeze the pitch. And that one just off the heel of his glove.
Yeah, that'll be ruled a pass ball, I'm sure.
And granted, that wasn't in the spot that he had called. He was on the outside corner, and Munden threw it more inside.
He wants to bunt the runner over. Nice bunt on the first base side. Munden's only play is to bring it over to first, where Kapaa was covering, but going over to third is Vicari with that very important potential fourth run. So the sack goes 1-4 for out number 1. So Rito does his job, and Dombrigas is the scheduled hitter.
There's the bat boy for Damien. I got to meet him. His name's Duke. They call him Dookie, and he's 4 years old.
We're gonna have a pinch hitter here. It's Sam Cesar Kanakaole. And he's 6'1" sophomore, so the first time we've seen him, and he swings through that one. Do you have any animals?
Yes, I have a dog.
You have a dog and 5 kids?
Yes.
Wow. And you have Josh, your husband.
And you want to know what his name is?
Who, Josh?
No, my dog.
Yeah, what is it?
Fernando, like Tatis.
Okay. I wasn't
Told you I'm a Padres fan.
Yeah, you are. And that's not a bad guy to be a fan of, let me tell you. I read an article today that said the Padres are the most exciting team to watch in baseball right now. And they scored, 21 runs today? So that article came out before the game. 1-1 the count. Line inside. Infield in now for Kapaa, trying to cut off that runner at third. That run could be huge. And consider Kapaa only has 3 more outs at the plate to play with. Munden's quite aware of that as well. Pitching for the strikeout here against Dombrigas. That one cut on and missed. St. Louis, Waiakea for the D1 championship on Maui. A bit later on here on Spectrum OC16. As the count is 2 balls and 2 strikes, and that pitch just misses. And the count goes full.
Yeah, this is a pinch hitter. Cesar Kanakaole having a good at-bat. It's difficult to come in and be having a pinch hit when you've been just sitting on the bench, but able to make this interesting here with a 3-2 count.
That's right, the pinch hit. There's a swing and miss. And there's 2 away.
Just blew it past him there with the fastball. Still got some extra zip there.
And now back to the top of the order, and Aaron Raposa, the shortstop. Kari's still over at third. Remember, he reached after getting hit by a pitch to start the inning. He was bunted over to second. Now time called.
Meeting on the mound for Kapa'a.
Actually, he was bunted over to third after moving over to second on that pass ball. We have the meeting on the mound. Everybody quite aware how important it is, depending on your viewpoint, getting that runner from third home or not getting him home. And the meeting is Powell. And we'll see how Munden approaches Raposa. He walked and scored. He has popped out and flied out, so he's 0 for 2. Two away here in the top of the 7th inning. That runner at third looms large. Munden going high. Typically after a mound visit, you see a strike almost all the time.
Almost all the time, and that one just missed. Got leadoff batter on, though, senior Aaron Raposa.
Right on, that one up near the shoulders. Did he get aboard? Kona Bergonia on deck. Monarchs only have 2 hits in this one. And that one's skied high on the infield. Left side, the shortstop coming over to his left. That's Hussey. And he stays with it to make the catch. Damien, 3 outs away from the title.
Decorating? With hundreds of factory colors and free computerized paint matching, you can find the Benjamin Moore color you're looking for at City Mill. Need something? Try check City Mill.
Kai was born to surf. Lonnie loves to dance. Jessica is her dog's best friend. What if they were your family and they got killed crossing the street? Each year in Hawaii, about 100 people die on our roads. We have a plan to get that down together. Not to 50 or 25, but to 0. Visit visionzero.hawaii.gov to support safer roads and save lives.
Back here in Manoa, bottom of the 7th inning, 3-1 Damien leading. Kapa'a looking to rally, and they're going to see a new pitcher on the mound for Damien, Aaron Raposa. We were talking to Skylar Tengon, the head coach of Damien. He mentioned to both of us the fact that he would probably use Raposa if he could late in this game if it's a close one like this is.
Yeah, senior getting the chance to close out this state championship game, and Aaron Raposa has done that in the past, and so he's being utilized here almost as a closer to close out this win for Damien, trying to secure the D2 state championship right here.
Well, this is definitely a save situation for Raposa. 8-9-1 scheduled to come to the plate. It's Micah Hussey, Aiden Kawi Reconsul, and then you have Sugai Salvador. There's actually 7, 8, and 9 coming to the plate here. And the first pitch is a ball.
Already you can see the difference in velocity here. Raposa thrown fairly hard.
He fires that fastball. That one catches the strike zone.
That one coming in at 80. You can kind of feel the tension build here in the bottom of the 7th.
There's a big swing and a miss. Damien trying to get back the crown after losing the championship last year against Kamehameha Hawaii. They were the title winners the 2 years prior. Kapaa looking for that first one. The 1-2 from Raposa. Line foul.
Damien, 5 seniors on this squad, a very veteran group that has been in this situation before, understands the pressure and understand what it takes. And Kapa'a, kudos to them, the only 1 senior, and they've made it to this championship game.
And they're 2 outs away. Swinging and missing is Hussey for the first put out of the 7th.
He's humming right here. Fastball hits his target with some pop.
Here's Kawi Reconsul. Finding Kawi Reconsul, the right fielder. Raposa working quickly. And just bringing the fastball again, right on the inside half for a strike. Raposa not messing around. Pitching out the stretch. He'll wind and deliver. Gets the strike there, 0-2. And so Raposa, recognizing the situation, says, I'm just going to bring everything I got for 1 inning, and we'll see what happens. And right now, he is dealing.
Bringing the heat. 0-2 pitch.
Strike 3. 1 out away.
Damien is feeling it. You can hear the crowd roaring, wanting another championship.
We're going to have a pinch hitter. Isaiah Konishi is going to come to play, a 5'9" sophomore. He'll pinch hit for Bryden Sugay Salvador. So Konishi getting the chance to swing the bat, trying to extend the inning.
Swinging the pencil bat, to be specific. And number 2.
Definitely can't miss it. I love it. Outside. Where do you sharpen that thing at? That's what I want to know. Raposa gets the strike. Tough situation for Konishi coming in here with 2 outs in the final inning of the championship game. See a $194 hitter on the season. Fastball, low, 2-1.
Raposa not as crisp with the lefty up. Saw him hitting his spots really well on the outside corner to the righties.
As the rain begins to blow across the field. Next foul now. Damien a strike away from celebrating. The fans are going crazy for the Monarchs. Here we go. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 away. Raposa. And the count goes forward. Ken Linden is on deck should the pinch hitter Konishi get aboard. A payoff pitch. That one is lined to short. Up with the hop. The throw to first. In time. Ball game. And Damien is champions once again. Congratulations to the Damien Monarchs, 4th title in school history. And for the 3rd time in 4 years, Kelly, they're the kings of the diamond in D2.
A little bit of a dynasty brewing here for Damien. They did enough at the plate. Great pitching, though, today from the Damien Monarchs, and they have earned this victory here. D2 state champs.
Well, let's look at that ending play. The ball hit hard out to short. Unfortunately, I'm not sure who the young man was, because Raposa came in from short to pitch, but that's a tough play to handle. And look at that.
Hot shot right there to Begonia. Came in from the outfield, gets it on a hop.
Yeah, that was Kona Begonia, who came in from the outfield to short, made that great defensive play, got it over to first base, and the Monarchs celebrate again. Another state championship at the Division II level. But congratulations to Kapaa. The Warriors making it here for the first time. They'll be back again. We'll step away. We'll come back and have more from Noah Damien, Division II champions.
Seems like everyone's going country these days. Let me show you how it's done. Yep, that Nashville hot sweet heat is here on my 100% all-white meat popcorn chicken starting at $6.99. Tastes good to go country. Get so much more.
Welcome to Jack in the Box.
You served your country. Now find a new mission with the Hawaii Longshore Division. Here you have a home, a place where your skills, discipline, and dedication are valued. Longshore men and women who have served bring an unmatched resolve to our docks. Just as you protected our nation, today you can serve Hawaii, the safety of your team and our island's well-being. The Hawaii Longshore Division, connecting daily life, our communities, and honoring those who serve.
It's time to unveil my $4.99 jumbo breakfast platter with French toast sticks, grilled sausage patty, hash brown, and scrambled eggs. Man, that thing's still going. Uh-oh. Get so much more.
Welcome to Jack in the Box.
Thursday, Hawaii hosts the UC San Diego Tritons in its final home series of the season. Rainbow Warrior Baseball, only on Spectrum Sports.
And welcome back to Les Murakami Stadium in Mano, where Damien has captured the Division II state championship with a 3-1 win over the Warriors of Kapaa. Damien having won now 3 of the last 4 championships. Time now for Hawaii Honda Dealers Impact Players. Will go down onto the field, and Jordan as our impact player.
Thanks a lot, Scott. Here with Talanoa Suguancia, our impact player, and this one came in perfect in relief. Talanoa, just before we get into the details of the game, how does this one feel, man?
It's honestly a blessing. Like, my first time even playing for school, it's really a dream come true. Never thought I'd even be here, but I couldn't do it without my team. They really helped me. They were on my back. They were there for my downs and highs. I would have to thank them. It's a team sport.
Yeah, as you mentioned, just a freshman, right? What was the message from Coach when you got the ball there in the 3rd inning?
Just do my job, lock in, do my job. Just do what I do best, just play the game.
And for you, what was working out there? It seemed to be dealing. You came in very comfortable after taking it over from Cade, but what was working for you today?
Just doing my job. I've been here before. I played the game. I love this sport. I just have to do what I do.
Hey, man, congratulations. Our impact player will let you go and celebrate with you guys.
Thank you.
Thanks a lot, Scott.
Thanks a lot, Jordan. Yeah, let's look at some of the highlights for Talanoa Suguancia. Came in to start the 4th inning. Went to 4th, 5th, and 6th innings. You see that line there. He was he was perfect for 3 innings.
4 strikeouts, did not get a base runner on, and he was very efficient. It was really impressive to see him hit that outside corner, and was a true testament to the pitching staff here for Damien in this win.
All right, let's go back down to the field with Jordan and the winning head coach.
Thanks a lot, guys. Scott Tengan, our winning coach for Damien here. Another state championship. That's 3 in 4 years, coach. You know, what about this group is special? You know, obviously, you know, I don't know how sweet it is in comparison, but what about this group was special that led you guys here?
I think it's special because we had 5 seniors over here, Nai Begonia, Makana Freitas, Aaron Raposa, Rich Koger, and Kayla Real. They've been with us for 4 years from their freshman year. They experienced the winning a row, and last year losing one, and then this year winning a game, and they get to go out as seniors. So they kind of set the foundation for this program on years to come. So I think that's why this one makes it the most special.
Yeah, how much of that you lost last year to Kamehameha Big Island, how much of that was a motivating factor in this season?
I mean, there's no better feel than losing the state championship. So they worked hard all year from the summer to this whole season, and the credit goes to the boys, the coaches, and all these guys.
Yeah, not sure if you exactly drew it up right, just 2 hits in the ball game, but the pitching really carried you through. Was that kind of the plan, to sort of hand the baton from Cade and on down the line? Everybody you put out there got the job done.
I mean, we kind of threw Tana in there and as an emergency, try to get him 1 inning out of us, but the way that freshman threw, I mean, we just let him keep going, and the way he just throws strikes, filled up the zone, let the defense work, and he was unbelievable today.
Right on, Coach A. Congratulations. We get to get out of here.
Thank you.
Celebrate with your guys. Scotty, we'll send it up to you.
All right, thanks a lot. Let's take a look at the last moments after that championship. There you see Coach Skylar Tengan celebrating, jumping up and down. Where's everybody at? And then just before the interview, look out, Jordan. I know how that goes. I got dumped by one of those one time. That probably feels great, though, after such a championship game. But you just talk about in general, just this Damien team and using 3 different pitchers to really quell a really good offensive Kapa'a squad.
And you can tell this Damien team is experienced. They played all the ILH Division I teams and were right there with them, beat a bunch of them. And so you could tell that they are ready, experienced, able to come out with the victory here in the D2 state championship game.
All right, our Kapa'a impact player was the starting pitcher, Kaitan Munden, but we saw him offensively. Remember, starting the ball game, he hits one over the right fielder for a ground rule double, and so that was him offensively. And on the mound, other than that first inning where he ran into problems, he was great.
7 innings pitched, only gave up 2 hits. Those 3 runs, yeah, really cost him in that first inning, but he settled in nicely and pitched an excellent game.
All right, let's go to our Taco Bell play of the game. It was earlier when you had the second baseman, Rich Kohagura, make just a tremendous play on the ball. Hit to the right side, he slides, he stops it, knocks it down, and able to get it over to first base, a key out in this win for the Monarchs. It was so good. Let's look at it once again.
really good stop. Keeps it in the dirt, slides, and then has the wherewithal to make a good throw over there to first base.
So Damien does it again here, winning another state championship over Kapaa, of course, coming up next, or in a little bit, St. Louis and Waiakea over on Maui. 6:45 our airtime over on Maui with the birthday boy Felipe and Marcus. That should be a good one, but I'll give you the last word on this championship game.
This was a really fun one to watch and very efficient. I was really impressed by both pitching staffs being able to throw strikes really well and be able to work the zone in and out. Both squads really deserve to be here, and kudos to Kapa'a. They had a great game, just aren't able to scratch out the victory. And then Damien, it feels like they've got a dynasty brewing over there, so kudos to them.
Well, that'll wrap things up for us. Thanks for hanging out the last 3 days with me.
All right, Scott. Thank you.
I appreciate it. Outstanding job as always. And once again, happy Mother's Day. And happy Mother's Day to all you mothers out there. That'll wrap things up for us here on this Saturday evening. Once again, Damien, Division II champion. Special thanks to our terrific, outstanding, hardworking Spectrum OC16 crew. And for my broadcast partner, Kelly, I'm Scott. Until next time, we bid you aloha and a good evening from Les Murakami Stadium in Manoa.
This is it.
This is where our family is from?
Well, it's where I first told your mom I like her after school one day.
What did she say?
I ordered chili.
I want chili. I thought our family came from Mililani.
The Kokua Pack is back at Zippy's. A portion of the proceeds from each one sold will be donated to different local charities every week. Give back to the community and get your Kokua Pack today.
Aloha, Mike Latronic here, and you're watching Spectrum OC16.
Calling our car enthusiasts, there's a new episode of Island Driver TV, Hawaii's only automotive show. Here's what's on this week. From imports to classics to hot rods and everything in between, we head out to the 2025 Hot Import Nights.